just very fast. My name is Karim Daudi. This is already said right now. And today, as I am a technical director of Trilux, I think I'm talking more about the solution. And the solution, let me say, people understand many things under the topic smart. And each thing can be smart. Even a DALI is smart. We as Trilux, we have a bunch of IoT smart solutions. And today I'm picking just two of them out and introduce them a little bit more in detail. First of all, let's go on with the first smart solution, and this is called network-powered lighting. So what is behind that, I'm just going to explain in the next couple of slides. First of all, let's take a look to the surveys, to the researches which are existing already. And you can see that till the year 2026, there's a doubling of the revenues related to IoT lighting from the day on, or let's say from today on. But if we are honest, we have to say all the researches and all the surveys, they were done before the COVID situation. So you can disregard all the surveys, the researches, and let's just discuss the impact of the COVID issue regarding the IoT solutions in the future. And there are two sides of the coin. One side is, of course, we all know that the budgets are squeezed down and also that the projects are on hold and shifted. But the other side of the coin will let us see an acceleration of the IoT solutions, because in the future we know already that buildings or the construction of buildings, there are some analysis is done, it will shrink. And because of this shrinking, you have to create your built environments, your office spaces as a magical places. And we heard that already. One thing could be the implementation of the well-being issue. That means human-centric. The people who are working in the built environment, they are the center of all the considerations. And this will definitely give a boost to this IoT lighting solutions. Then we have also the acceleration. That means we see already that sensors will in the future mandatory in each building. It will be part of a smart building solution. And there are some, I would say, benchmarks which are accelerating these movements. The idea is now, I mean, it exists already a couple of years ago, why we are not using the existing IT infrastructure in the building already to feed or to power the LED in the most efficient way. Why we are not using already the existing IT infrastructure, what we are using for IP cameras, for IP phones, etc. And everything is DC applicable, and that means we are using just RJ45 cabling. Mostly you have Cat5, Cat6, Cat7 cable, and with this one we are feeding directly the LED luminaire, and this is network powered lighting. You know why we are using the 230 volt cabling and everything in the ceilings. We can avoid that just by using the existing IT infrastructure. And these are the benefits or the USP of that. It's human-centric, it's future-proofed, reliable, and of course you can also reduce your operation cost by 34 or even more % if you are just applying DC instead of AC. And nowadays the latest lead standard are also just emphasizing that you are using more and more the DC approach, especially also when you are talking about net zero buildings. And of course it's secure, you have real-time data which you can apply and take it also into the analysis of the building. Let's take a look. This is the heart of the technology. This is called Smart Engine. It contains 48 ports, and the technical restrictions are 34 watt, I think, and then you are feeding the LED luminaire with 84 volt and 700 milliamperes. If you have an LED fitting which is exceeding these values, you can use 2 ports, especially when you are applying HCL lighting, for instance. But let's take a deeper look how this technology is working. As you can see, the LED luminaires, they don't need anymore a driver. Yeah, you are just going directly with the RJ45 cable directly into the plus minus pole, and then you are connected things together with the sensor, and all the data will go to the smart engine. And here you have it in detail how it works. First of all, the smart sensor records various building relevant data informations. That means the presence, then daylight harvesting, humidity, VOC, etc. And then the smart engine reminds of a switch and will feed the fittings with the right power. And then all the data from the sensor will be stored on a so-called smart director. And this smart director is nothing else as a server. And this server can be connected via the protocol backnet, for instance, with the existing building management system. Or it has also an open API, and this can be connected to further application and cloud systems. That's the simplest components what you need to realize the solution: the LED fitting, the smart engine, the cabling, and the sensor. And the sensor contains also a BLE beacon, and this can be used to apply further digital services like heat mapping, for instance, people counting, etc. And also indoor navigation and some other services as well. Let's have a look, an overview what you can achieve with this system. You had out of the box features which are clear, and then you have additional value. And I think the additional value, this is the add-on for the customer. And as you can see, the health check, what we heard earlier, the well-being plays a very, very crucial role. Then you can also generate floor plannings, heat mappings, the flow of people can be controlled. Then of course all the kinds what you need for lighting control, and then you can also make room bookings, hot desking, and also space analytics. With my app I can already see if the meeting room is maybe occupied or not occupied. And then of course you can see the USPs. We are meeting all the 29 points from the LEED standard you can achieve with that. And the sensor can also detect the presence of the people and give the signal directly to the HVAC system in order to be optimized. That's also enhancing the energy usage of the building itself. And here you can see the sensor which contains the BLE unit. You can achieve navigation, indoor positioning, then space analytics. It's very, very important nowadays. And the good thing is about, because you are using the smart director, the server, that means the data are owned by the client. It's not somewhere else, which is nowadays very crucial. That means the customer should own the data, especially in governmental projects. Then you can see our experience. By the way, Trilux is a stakeholder of WTech, and therefore we are owning this technology. And yeah, it's already proven. You can see it's over 500 projects realized with this technology. Here you can see the global spread of that. And interesting thing, out of the 10 fintech companies, we are in 5 companies we have integrated this system already. And here there are just some reference projects. You can see that what we have applied on the right side, HCL, daylight color simulation, and also the space. And here also an NetApp campus, Google project in India, in Hyderabad, very famous project. Some other projects in Singapore, so it's worldwide established technology. Some other projects in Germany. And these are the clients we are working with where they are using this system or this technology. I think this was the first part of the presentation. And now let's move on to the second part. And that's also my second solution. Let's just go out. Yeah. So this is more a free speech now. I don't need the PPT, to be honest. And the second thing, we are on a lighting exhibition. And therefore, I'm introducing, of course, it's a lighting solution, but the IoT system is integrated in this lighting solution. It's nothing else as a lighting column. Yeah. And this lighting column is very flexible. You can integrate different IoT modules. Yeah, and this is very relevant if you want to approach smart city features. You can embed that on designing a smart city. It's part of it. So let's go step by step. The first step is, of course, it's just a lighting head. And where's the intelligence in the lighting head beside the lighting? It contains an interface, and this interface, it's a Jaga module, and this Jaga module can be embedded into a monitor system of the municipality. And the monitoring system of the municipality can detect, for instance, the failure of the fittings or even the service life. And also very important, it can set up the different dimming profiles. Then, of course, you can integrate a further spotlight. This spotlight can highlight, for instance, the facades. Then we are coming now to the heart of the IoT modules, and this one is one time you can implement a CCTV camera. And this CCTV camera is not just for surveillance. You can also count people, count the traffic, and also count empty parking spaces. Yeah, and just guide the vehicle drivers, for instance, to the free empty space. Yes. Then what else we have? Then we have an Wi-Fi module or VLAN module, and this Wi-Fi module, 500 people can connect into this net. And of course, if you have the other light column is in 50, 60 meters, then you have a mesh system, and all this space is then integrated into the VLAN system, and it works on the range of 2.4 gigahertz. Then, of course, we have loudspeakers for public announcements. You can also integrate that. Beside that, we have also, let me say, a charging unit or module for e-mobility, for the cars and everything. What we also can implement are modules, let me say, BLE beacons. The BLE beacons are very important for, I would say, proximity marketing. The municipality can send push notifications to the pedestrians or to the people who are surrounding the environment. Then we can implement also a monitor, and this monitor can show you, for instance, let me say, it shows you, let me say, a location map, or gives you some advertising information or some information from the municipality. Then you can integrate also some modules which are measuring the NO2 and the O3, the nitrogen dioxide and the ozone. It's very important. And what else do we have? And then we can also implement a gobo light as a module where you can just highlight some patterns, for instance. I think this product meets the requirements of a smart city approach. I think we have many solutions, and it depends always on the applications, which solutions you are using at the end of the day. So this was just a sneak preview, and if you are interested to get more details and so on, so more than welcome to give you that more in detail, of course. Thank you very much.